here they come down for the start of the race. The green flag is waving, and just like at Cleveland, look at the width of the runway that they will be using. But it looks like everybody is taking it pretty easy through corner number 1. We didn't see any slide offs or any problems at all. Let's hope that continues for the entire race, as Ryan Briscoe from his pole position has jumped out in front. I spoke too soon.
And they sound really weird when they go by. I'm sure all those spectators sitting in the stands, Bob, listen to these things going by and going, what's wrong? The whole field here has got problems. Are they going to make this race? But as much as it sounds odd and off song, it's designed that way.
Well, the fans here have been used to hearing the turbocharged engines from the Champ Car World Series in the previous years, and these Indy cars do sound a lot different.
Everybody's away. The field spreads out. Neil Johnny diving to the inside. Power and Bourdais 3 wide for second. Justin Wilson gets beaten to the corner by Johnny.
And Sebastian Bourdais goes around the outside almost like an oval move. That was a brilliant start by Sebastian Bourdais. Will Power after pole position cannot cash in.
We showed you the starting lineup top of your screen. A driver to think about, Bruno Junqueira. Another great run for Dale Coyne. Qualified 6th. He's right there right now. Your Mazda running order. Top of your screen. Bourdais jumping to the lead. Now remember a year ago when Wilson won, he passed Bourdais midway through the race. Wilson's 4th right now in the CDW 9 car.
What a fantastic start for Neil Johnny in the Red Bull colors. Fantastic. A couple great. The first thing, everybody got off the line with great starts. So on these wide circuits, this standing start has been an awesome upgrade for Champ Car.
Johnny gridded 5th, came to 3rd with that great move going down into turn 1. Bourdais grabs the early lead.
And Jan and Rick, interesting differing tire strategy up front. Sebastian Bourdais starting on reds, Will Power on the black primary tires.
And on reds, the Bridgestone alternate Potensis, Wilson just took 3rd from Johnny with an inside move in turn 1.
And we know that Justin Wilson, historically, last year he was on fire. He was fast here. And when you can make a move that early on a guy like Neil Johnny, that means he's got a good setup and the car just how he wants it.
So Justin Wilson, the winner here a year ago, moves to 3rd. Johnny drops to 4th. Bourdais is the leader. Power is 2nd. Bobby Dornbos in 10th. He's already moved up a couple of spots.
And we should mention he is the only other driver in the field to start on the black Bridgestones. 2 cars, Will Power, Robert Dornbos, the only 2 that opted for the blacks instead of the red alternates.
And I think when you're talking the blacks, in the case certainly of Dornbos, he has to do things differently than other people because qualifying didn't go the way he wanted. When you're up front, you want to run the higher grip, get the sections done early with the faster tires, but if you're not where you want to be, you have to do something different, and we'll see if it pays.
Well, of course, pit stop strategy is key. We see Graham Rahal there in that light blue Metazone machine. Mario Dominguez deep in the field, but there's the 19 car, Bruno Junqueira. He was going to take a shot, but Ryan Dial is the guy who's really flying. Junqueira back to 7th now. Dial qualified in the top 10 for the first time this season, and he has moved up. Dial is on fire. He is up to 6th right now.
And Dial is just ahead here of Bruno Junqueira. He's in the gray car. Bruno Junqueira in red and white, and that was a very close move. He lost some momentum, but some great dicing out there now with Simone Pagenaud hot on his heels.
Bruno in the Sonny's Barbecue 19 for Dale Coyne's team. Number 5th at Toronto 2 weeks ago in the rain. Great weekend for that team and for Bruno Junqueira, who really feels as though he's got a lot to prove again here this weekend. Of course, with Newman Haas for several seasons, 2nd in the championship a couple of times, a couple of race wins with them. Out of a ride in favor of Graham Rahal here in 2007. Hooks on with Coyne.
Meanwhile, up front, Ryan Briscoe continues to lead this race. Back in 3rd position is Oriol Serbia. 4th is Scott Dixon, and 5th is Will Power at the end of 1 lap.
Bob, you talked about the start and how wide the racetrack is. The track is 50 feet minimum. In most spots around here, as much as 75. And you take into account that it's 25 to 30 feet minimum. And a lot of racetracks that we visit, sometimes like St. Petersburg, up to 60 feet wide. So a very wide racing surface here in Edmonton.
All right, let's get your thoughts on what we look for in today's race.
Well, we've already been on board with Paul Tracy for a moment. You know, Paul is here to make a statement. He's not here to make friends. He felt that he was left out when the merger happened. Believe that he has the opportunity to be a driver here full-time in the IndyCar series. Tony Kanaan started 27th because of engine change, because of qualifying problems that he had, so he had to start the back. I look for him to move up very quickly throughout this race today. an abusive racetrack. We've already seen how bumpy it is. It's going to be abusive not only in the drivers, but also on the cars, and it's going to be very taxing on both. And a third of this way through the event, you start to see some drivers maybe start to get a little bit fatigued, but it's going to be that last portion that I think drivers are going to have to really focus on not making a mistake.
Keep your eye on Tony Kanaan as we show you the standings throughout the race. He's now up to 20th position, so he has passed 7 cars in the first 2 laps of the race. Tony Kanaan started last because he changed engines, and he changed engines because he got off course during one of the qualifying runs and damaged the engine which required the change. Team Penske with about a 2.5-second lead on third place Oriol Servia, Dixon fourth, then Power, Wilson, Junqueira, Weldon, Bernoldi, and Ryan Hunter-Ray in the top 10, and Paul Tracy has moved up to 11th as the lead has now been captured by Elio Castroneves.
A small mistake going into the turn by Ryan Briscoe, just locked up the wheels momentarily, got himself off stride, lost his momentum, and for sure the teammates there to pounce on it. Now